Hello?
Listen, don't ask any questions. Did you tell anyone I was going to see Felix Garth tonight?
No.
Think. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, somebody found out.
I can't imagine how. I phoned you right away. Wait a minute. After I put the phone down and turned around, he was standing in the doorway.
Who?
Well, he could have been listening and heard the message.
Who?
Dan Scully.
Scully? Thanks.
You think Felix Garth was murdered because he was going to tell you that Dan Scully was the fake Green Hornet?
I can't think of any other reason he'd want to talk to me.
Well, if he's going to sell the information, why didn't you just go to somebody in his own newspaper?
Because he only had 2 potential customers for his information on the Daily Express. Sabrina Bradley and Melissa Neal.
Ah, and he suspected that one of them was behind Scully.
Garth was no fool. He must have known that Scully wasn't working alone. Dan Scully had nothing to gain by killing Simon Neal.
Melissa Neal, Sabrina Bradley. Who do you think it is?
There's only one way I know of to find out for sure.
How?
Smoke out Dan Scully. Make him play the Green Hornet just one last time. Very nice.
Tell me, did you invite me here today just to watch you watch the pretty girls go by?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sabrina. You have to admit they are distracting.
Well, maybe if you forced yourself, you could tell me what you wish to talk about.
Felix Garth.
What about him?
Just before I found his body, I saw you leaving his apartment building. Don't try to deny it.
Why didn't you tell the police?
I thought I'd give you a chance to explain first.
How considerate.
What were you doing there?
All right, I'll tell you. I went to ask him if he knew anything about the car Simon was having made for the Press Club's masquerade ball this year.
What car?
You knew Simon. You knew how much he loved parties. He'd go to any expense to enjoy himself. Well, for the masquerade this year, he was going to go as the Green Hornet. He even had a limousine customized to look like the Green Hornet's car. Look, I saw the plans and the sketches for the job. It was done by the man who was killed the other night, Joe Kellogg.
Go on.
Last night, I found out it wasn't the real Green Hornet who killed Simon. It was somebody who was using the car Simon had made. I thought Felix might know something about it.
Why Garth?
He was an awful snoop. I thought he might have seen the sketches for the car.
Did he?
I don't know. I didn't talk to him. He didn't answer the door, so I left.
Who else could have known that Simon was having a car customized?
Only one other person. Melissa.
Waiter. Would you bring the phone to the table, please?
Who are you going to call?
Melissa.
Why?
I want to ask if I can see her this evening. After what you told me, I think I know who killed Simon and why.
Britt, be careful.
Well, thank you, Sabrina. I didn't know you cared.
But I do. And I'd like to help, if you'd let me.
Perhaps you can.
don't we just relax? This won't take long.
So far, so good, Cato. Taking the bait. Trying to force her off the road. After him.
I think he spotted us.
Don't let him get away, Cato.